What is up, everybody? I think that was pretty good timing. I know, not exactly the most appropriate music, considering this is meant to be kind of a relaxing game, relaxing stream, but what are you going to do? Hey, Jay. Alright, making sure we're still on. I really need to get an actual good, like, soundtrack or playlist for stream background. Math tells me that it works better when I'm closer to yellow, so... Now we left off, we finally got into the Great Green, and we became adolescent, teenager. So, get right back into it. It is significantly larger than Heartbone in our old home. And we can still go talk to Darkfang if we need. Darktooth, whatever. But let's get some food first. It is upwind. Good to know. So we're gonna observe it for a bit, try and get that knowledge so we don't have to. Oh! And we maxed it out. Now, I know I said last time I would actually disable the chases, but I decided against it because it turns out, yeah, well, easy prey. I decided against getting rid of the chases because you actually get benefits for doing them. So, removing them, it's just not great. Is the sound, by the way, good, Jay? Alright, that's good. Thank you. Wait, little unbalanced, or... Ooh, that's not good. I tried putting the mic in a new spot so it wouldn't catch as much of the game audio, so I'll be finagling with that a little bit. That's what I want to avoid, it picking up me. Let's see if that... Ooh. Yeah, right. I did try and set up a noise gate, so hopefully that'll work, but I'm still learning this as I go. Nope. Oh, wait, I got an idea. Obvious ideas, just... Looks like that did it. So, let's see if striking it will help. Yeah, it sees me coming. Look, they've always said I've had a musical singing voice, Jay. Alright. Full belly. Oh! Hidden among the dying heather, I wait. Hidden within my fangs, it sleeps. Mightiest am I. For while others may carry destruction in their large bodies, their heavy limbs, I carry it all in my small, small mouth. With every breath, I taste your end. This is our way, the good way of the Deathbite clan. Alright, full belly, let's go exploring. This looks biggest. What in God's name is that? Oh, the wolves! Shoot, I forgot to read that. My bad. Let's go hang out with the wolves. While exploring your lands, you come across a young warrior of the Clansinger people. It is alone, and unlike most of its kind, when it senses you, it does not sing to gather its clan. Its body language is cautious, yet respectful. It seems to be leaving its homelands, though you have heard that clan singers value their lands and their family above all. Let's talk to it, we have no reason. You wordlessly hail the good beast with a plain, unhidden approach. It stops, waiting for you to draw near. There is only a tiny hint of fear in its scent. I am seeks through the bows. What business has one of the ancient kin with a lone clan singer? Why are you leaving the land of your people? I am loved by my wise birther creator and bold giver creator, and safe in the embrace of my clan. This land is rich and good. Few indeed would leave such wealth. However, it is the way of the clan singers that only the worthy may do the dance of creation. Only the mightiest birther and mightiest giver may join together to make the future. In this way, we pass down strength to those who come after us. The noble desire to create has arisen within me, and as I am related to the rest of the clan, I must seek out a stranger whose heart I will hunt, and who will hunt mine. And we will become one, forging a new clan and bringing the song of my people to new lands. Most are content to live and die in their birth clan, but to bravely enter the unknown is the price one must pay if one wishes to pass on their essence. I will create, or I will perish. So I have sworn and sundered the bonds of my birth clan. I'm cold and alone now, but I have chosen this path, and I will walk it with sure paws and clear eyes. What are your ways and truths? The clan singers are proud children of earth and sun. We have knowledge of a great truth. Many can become one. We join together to hunt greater prey, as all know. Even the great grazers are not safe from us when we see with many eyes, hear with many ears, and strike with many fangs. When we succeed, we celebrate with crystal pure song, and sleep drunk with warm flesh. Yeah, the time limit is definitely a lot more generous. It even mentioned that right, your main time limit is going to be other dragons and your own body. But the truth of many in one goes beyond this. We form bonds with each other in which a new essence is created, the spirit of the clan. Each clan has a different spirit, bound by love and defined by the wisdom of its members. From birth, we are taught not only to survive, but to love. To love our clan, love our prey, love rich earth and clear night and the scent of our creators. Our people are found all over the Great Mother's body, and our song echoes from every green. More proof that we are beloved of earth can never be given. Do you know any treasure? Indeed, I know of many treasures. My creators, splits the night and fragrant spirit, are treasures to me. My clanmates, each of them, I treasure in my heart and will never forget. The hill den where I was born is a treasure. The prey I have consumed were all treasures. And this land is a treasure. I hold them all within me, and they can never be lost nor taken. It is sung that the kin seek strange treasures, things which cannot show love, and which can be stolen away, yet are somehow valuable. Hey, what's up, Francisco? Which would you prefer, Francisco? Which are your four names, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Sounds good. If you seek such things, great kin, I know of none. Then why do you people sing to the moon? We do not sing to the moon. That is a false truth. We sing upwards so that the sound goes out along the air paths, traveling far before it falls back to blessed earth and others' ears. And we sing to the bright moon-drenched nights, for that is when it is easiest to hunt, and the land is at its most beautiful. Our praise, though, is not to moon, but to our honorable prey, who has given its life so that we may live, and to our clan, and earth, great mother of us all. Have a good day. May you learn, live, and love, great kin, if love your people know. It continues on its way with the easy, loping gait of a long-distance traveler. You will never see nor smell it again. It really is kind of fascinating, and that is how they see it. What in God's name is this? Oh! On this new sun, the great green takes you to an ancient tree, large in stature and rife with feather beast and fur beast. As you approach, a tree tail sings to you for aid in frantic song. Give me basic text, please, Ludwig. They mar, they break, they maim, scarring the skin of our sacred home, feasting upon the tiny children of the green, the feather beasts, the bark borers, the defilers. We struggle to defend our sacred tree from these ruinous invaders, but fire of destruction lives within you, great kin. Aid us now, destroy the bark borers, we will pay in shiny stones. Before you have time to decide, a bark borer sings out as well, its song full of garnet frustration. They starve us, drive us from our prey. Zealots, raving madness and righteousness, the fur beasts, the tree tails, the fanatics. We struggle to survive in the midst of their fervor, but the gift of destruction is yours to bestow, O kin. Aid us now, destroy the tree tails. We will repay you with knowledge, for we are unbound, and we have gathered small secrets to ourselves. You know what? Yeah, absolutely. Turf war between squirrels and woodpeckers. We ain't doing this. I'll burn this tree down. You inhale sharply, deeply, shaping the fire within. As the pure flame licks the edges of your maw, you cast out your song. Hear me now, lesser beasts. This kin has no time for petty quarrels. If this flame matures, the great tree falls. And your audacious interruptions with it. It is interesting, Francisco, that it's... Because, like, it's easy to think of nature as harmonious, but yeah, there's territory disputes. Losing the tree is in interest of neither party, and their frustration with each other is quelled by their fear. As you listen, their songs become more harmonious, unified in apologizing for disturbing you with their foolish interests, and begging you not to destroy their livelihood, promising to share the tree with each other if you would only show mercy. You know what, we're gonna just... That was our goal. As you allow the fire seed to move slowly back down your long neck into your gullet, the beastlings reach a quick consensus. The tree tails will use their gentler paws to collect food for the bark borers. This way, the tree may stay healthy, and the bark borers fed. Having brought peace through the shadow of destruction, you continue on your way with dignity and pride. You have gained no treasure, but your wise resolution of this dispute will not go unnoticed by others. Like I said, I wasn't too worried about... Exactly. Harmony. We can have that. I wasn't too worried about losing reputation. We have plenty of time to get it back. Though we do have a sort of agreement with the spirit of this land. We need to find the deeper parts of the Great Green. There it is! The sacred cathedral of trees, some of which are said to be as old as Great Green itself, is known to all as the home of the spirit of the green. Its name is revered even by the Draak, and is the basis for the name of your entire territory. Only a fool would enter this area, this sacred glen, with anything but the most utmost respect and trepidation. Oh, hello. Returning from an outing, you stop short of entering your lair. There's a potent smell wafting from the cave, gray-green and odious. Cautiously, you step inside, and looking up, you realize the ceiling is moving. Little waves rippling across the surface. The cave is full of featherless flying Furbies, shriekers, thousands of them. They sing impossibly high songs to each other in a mesh of sound which tickles your mind. Despite their having only been here for a short time, their leavings cover the floor. Watching you, they seem to be waiting for your next move. Hey, look, I may be the greatest of all kin. I'm not messing with Treebeard, alright? What are you trying to say? You listen to their song. You can't hear it clearly with your ears, for their songs are too high-pitched, but you hear them in your mind. What has eyes but needs them not? What has legs but does not walk? What has wings but not one feather nor scale? We are the question, we are the answer. Sweet are we, like the nectar our prey drinks, from night-blooming flowers. From our old, our young, to our young wisdom flows, so the colony, our true self, changes, yet ever remains the same. New songs are sung, new riddles are forged, yet all know the glory of flight in the darkening sky. Wisdom we have, if you know how to ask. Treasure we have, if you know how to take. Songs we have, if you have ears to hear. Songs we share, if you know how to sing. This is our way, the good way of the Shriekers. Watching you, they seem to be waiting for your next move. You know what? We could actually use someone watching our back. I don't mind bats. You approach them slow. God, I just noticed the amount of the actual amount of them through their little sigils. Shriekers, I hear your song. I seek not your treasure, nor do I seek to harm. This lair is large. There is space for us to share. I shall sleep here in the dark times, and you in the light. In the shadow of my greatness shall shield your bodies, and you will guard my treasures when I am far away. Let us join together in harmony. The grandfather Shrieker replies, Wise you are, as with many turnings. May you grow in wisdom and strength, to rival even the greatest of the great ones. Gladly we share this home with you. Consume tiny beings to guard your night sleep. When is a cave not yours or mine? When it is ours! The Shrieker's leavings are a nuisance, forcing you to clean your treasure more often, but you find them acceptable company on the whole. Time will tell whether this alliance was worthwhile. I have attained the treasure of Shriekers. I've actually never had the mispleasure of being bitten by bats. In my old apartment, we used to have a nest of them somewhere nearby, because every night you could hear them going. Let's go talk to essentially our landlord. You've been here before, and yet you've never been here. This place beckons to you, and yet also terrifies you. For you have come to near the old tree, lair of the spirit of the Great Green, in whose honor they call your part of the Great Green, the Spirit Wood. Even the greatest of kin would not enter this place lightly, but still a corner of your soul longs to cross over the boundary from what is to what is. Dare you approach, flesh-cat and temporarily as you are? We need to talk to it. As you descend into the hollow which cradles the sacred tree, you lose sight of it. The wood becomes a twisting maze of paths, and you cannot seem to find your way forward. All paths lead back to where you began. Even sun seems to be hidden from you, kept out respectfully, yet firmly by the trees, faithful vassals of the Old One. Suddenly you spy one of the Long-Ear tribe. It stands upright, ears erect, and yet you smell that is a sigil. And yet you smell no fear. Turning, it vanishes into the maze of the undergrowth without making a sound. Out of the corner of your mind, you perceive a soothing rush, like the sound of a stream, and yet you know there are no streams near here. Alright, we'll try water. The long-ear scent is quite elusive, pulling you in many directions. It twists about itself in ways that simply do not make sense. Quieting your mind, you close your eyes and allow your essence to bear you forward, following the spoor without plan, doubt, or question. You flow through thicket and glade, under fallen trees and through thorns. Occasionally you lose the scent, but instead of becoming dismayed or frustrated, you let your essence be your guide, and soon you find yourself in a new place, having tests the pass of water. Pass the test of water. The long ear moves forward and you follow its scent, now very clear. Your core twists within you, terrified and enthralled that you are drawing closer to the unknown. Suddenly you scent along a young woodstrider, a mere hatchling of its kind hidden nearby. It is so young, so tender, alone and unguarded. You realize you're salivating heavily. I kind of want to eat it just because I know I'm going to fail at trying to resist it anyway, but let's fail. You try not to become distracted, but cannot help yourself. You are a predator, and this is the very meaning of your existence, or so it feels in the moment. You will take the stray woodstrider into yourself. You must. And yet, as soon as you turn away from the long ear you were originally following, the scent of your prey, once so clear and direct, has changed, wending around and away. It's moving in a circle, always just out of reach, and your path becomes a wheel of repetition, moving in smaller and smaller rounds until you are almost chasing your own tail. Finally, it vanishes completely, leaving you directionless, unfulfilled, and lost. By chasing after your surface desires, you have lost the path to the center. Perhaps you should speak out the wisdom of Earth, steadfast element of patience and fortitude. But we gained a lot of mastery from it. As it always teaches, failure is the best teacher. We'll come back. We know we need a lot more Earth. But let's keep exploring. There is. It's always a good lesson to keep at heart. You're never going to succeed in every single thing you do. Ancient trees shroud the ground in shadows here in the deep wood. Though outrageously fertile, most larger beasts do not tarry here long for fear of bizarre forces at work. Where there is strangest, there is danger, but also often treasure. Will you dare to discover what is hidden here? It's a good lesson to learn, and this is a lot nicer of a teacher than Dark Souls or anything like that. Exactly, Jay. There's no such thing as true failure so long as you improve, so long as you learn. There is one thing I'm specifically looking for, so we're going to keep exploring. And, oh, more wolves. This zone has clearly been scent marked by the territory of the clan singers, predatory fur beasts who fill the green with their hymns. They have a reputation for courage and honor, despite the fact that they hunt in groups, which some see as cheating. Their primary prey are the stocky tusk snort people, whom you may also hunt here in the Packlands. Still not what I'm looking for, though. You know what? Hell with it. Let's go hang out with the wolves for a bit. Well, remember, these are... Oh! Pup! These are animals. It is rare in nature for animals to hunt alone. Or to hunt in groups. You have found the lair of the clan singers deep within the heart of the Packlands. Most of the clan is out hunting this day, but they have posted a sentry. Its posture and energy leave absolutely no room for doubt. It is guarding some kind of treasure. Sneaking past it will be impossible, as it is directly blocking the lair. How will you proceed? You know what? Wait. We can't blend in, but we challenge it honorably. After you step out of hiding and announce your challenge, the sentry replies, I am guards the treasure, the one left behind. I am old, but strong, forged in many battles. My body and essence are unified and standing between our most prized possession and any who would take it. Though I fear you, I shall remain, like a stone, unmoved and ever ready, and honor your challenge. Let the dance of destruction begin. I did not intend to get into a fight right away. Yeah, he is way stronger than me. In every aspect. You know what? We don't need to... Oh. Please don't let us die again. We're gonna die again. At least it's not actively killing us yet. There it goes. I swear to God, if I die once in every sector, I'm gonna be very upset with myself. We get 3 lives. Let's try hanging out with the other wolves. A sleepless night sends you wandering through your domain. In the still dark, a song of victory draws you to the top of a hill. Clan singers. You could barely see their bodies in the early dawn. Moon. God, I love that you can actually see. Like, it lets you see their face with their sigils. Moon is gone and sun has not yet been born. That's alright, hun. Always glad to have you, hun. But you smell and hear them with great clarity, and their spirits burn bright. Their giver chief raises its essence-stained muzzle and sings a grinding song of warning from deep in its throat. Hear me, scion of the ancient ones. We are Claws the Spirit Clan, many talons united on one paw. By strength and wisdom and the generosity of this plainsrunner, we share a victory feast well earned. Disturb us not, for we are many in one, and you are but one. Do you not fear the mighty Draak? Indeed, we are afraid. We know you hold red destruction in your mouth, lightly, like an adult holds a cub in its jaws. We know that your claws are sharp, your fangs like unbreaking stone. That is why you should fear us. Though afraid, we choose to stand with honor. We see clearly and know our own hearts. We are many in one, while you are only one. If you doubt us, let us dance the final dance. You know what? I'll leave you in peace. As you turn to leave, the birther chieftain raises its head. Do you leave us to our feast out of fear or out of honor? Clan singers are rumored to smell truth. Honor. But it's true. You know what? It's not going to let us because we are really weak in Earth. So, I'm just not hungry. Oh, boy. Your belly growls. The scent of prey is not on your breath. Perhaps the kin are not as honorable as we believed. Yeah, I'm still little dragon. Thing is, that would have worked had we hunted before we did that. In due time, indeed. Oh boy. All we got is birds, and they will fly away. Oh. Honestly, I could absolutely see... Yeah, we're not getting any of these birds. This is a game that you are meant to lose multiple times before you ever succeed, so I'm not too worried about it. But I would absolutely love to see Ludwig just write a book. Alright, we're gonna go hunt some boars. And the more we can learn about them, the more we can gain. So, Francisco, since you weren't here in the earlier ones, the reason that we're kind of just hanging out and watching them is because as you... Oh, get you. As you actually hunt, as you observe them and learn, not only will you learn how to fight them, but you'll actually gain benefits based on what creature it is. It looks like he's mostly going defensive. So we should probably meet his defense with defense. Because we are about as... Yeah, we are equal in defense. I am at the exact same level as a baby. This is upsetting. Uh-oh. It called Mama. Yeah, we're getting the hell out of here. Hmm. You know what? We're not going to learn. We're just going to eat. We need the food. We do got to wait. Oh, God. Yeah, pretty much, Jay. Okay, okay. At least it's weekend. There we go. That's better. So now we know we can take them as long as we sneak up on them first. It's alright. Oh, we have mastered them, though, so... Whether or not we actually get our meal out of this, we at least will succeed. I mean, it is called bristle brushes for a reason. I hate that, Jay. Oh! We are the people of the open senses, tasting scents in the air beyond the dreams of others. We smell what is hidden below Earth's rich skin, and become one with it, tasting the joy of life. Life and death we face with a warrior's soul, unyielding to despair. And when seasoned with courage in the heart, and love for family, all of the world is a feast. This is our way, the good way of the Tusk Snorts. Now hopefully that should give me Earth. Children of the Night. Math, if you have a minute, Math knows SCP very well. She's my go-to for that. What is Children of the Night? Or you can tell me, Francisco. Let's have a look at this tree. Oh. One sun you come across the foot corpse of a mighty tree which fell some turnings ago. This would not, in itself, be remarkable, but it is surrounded by a strange taste in the air. Looking closer, you are astounded to find thousands of strange, minuscule beings that have made the stump their home, and not just any home. Gleaming towers rise like diamond fangs from crystal pathways streaked with shinestone. The denizens are engaged in inscrutable activities, which purpose you cannot easily comprehend. It is nothing like you've ever sensed. It is other, though not in the same way as the no-tails. Hi, little friends. You are surprised to find that, unlike the paltry flecks of color you feel when sensing the mind of most tiny beings, these possess a full and lush rainbow of ideas in their inner songs. Let's see. Basically sounds cool. Oh! Oh, that's cool. I really gotta take some time and actually read some SCP at some point. A depth which rivals even that of the kin. While worried you might damage their small empire, they are not concerned for their own lives. They are here, apparently, on an important quest which is greater than their hive, and greater even than this entire world, if such a thing is possible. They do not disclose all of the details to you, but the deep mauve sincerity and indigo humility which mark all of their thoughts is proof they are truthful, and that you and the Great Green have nothing to fear from them. The Minisks, so you've decided to name them, gently suggest that perhaps you and they might help each other. They offer to construct for you a treasure of great worth if you aid them in their task. You know what? Yeah, sure. The Minisks invite you to return in a few suns and see their progress on the great treasure they will craft for you. So just generally, like, wild nature spirits, huh? Let's see. Is it here? This area has an odd topography. Curiously regular hills dot the lightly wooded vales, giving it its name, the Barrows. Hillbacks roam this misty land and are said to be one of the finest meals a kin can partake of, but even a full-grown kin would not attack one of that doughy tribe unprepared. Yeah, you two will have a lot to talk about. As someone who's never gotten into Gears, Jay, that sounds so weird to me. Just the idea of Gears of War having this deep, traumatic storyline. There it is! Francisco, it sounds like you'll fit right in here. Warmwood streams feed two larges of body in this area which borders the Heartwood. Their waters are pure and clean. Perhaps treasure or prey may be found in the Twin Lakes. Oh, hey little guys. Sun has died and been reborn repeatedly since you discovered the crystalline empire of Minisks, living out its collective life in the dead Treefoot. Returning, you notice they have begun a small work on the ground just outside the stump. It is difficult to tell what it is, but at the moment it seems like a small, tangled mass of burnished shinestone and mica with no discernible function. Nope. The Minisks greet you in their colorful and guileless mind song as you approach. They announce that they have begun constructing a great work for you, which will one day become a beautiful treasure of rare worth. They request, with polite lemon colors in their song, that you now honor your side of the agreement. For their own sacred mission, they require a single white tuft of tail fur from a blaze tail. They are forbidden by their way to travel far enough outside of their minuscule settlements to obtain it themselves, and so you must obtain it for them. You know what? Oh. Okay, leave and hunt a blazetail on your own time. There's a very good reason the blazetail thrive all across the Great Green and beyond, even near the cursed hive of the no-tails. Why, swift and without shame, they are masters at cheating destruction. You will have to hunt one. Once you have obtained one of their tails, you may return, hopefully to claim your prize from the Minisks. Like I said, I don't doubt it. I've just never had the chance. Now, I've been waiting for this. That is a good point, Francisco. Like I just the concept of a conscientious objector in COG has just never factored into my head. This is my favorite scene. I'm actually gonna put on special recording just for this. See if that works. There we go. I love this scene so much. Maffy, you know it. Look at this beautiful little plant. One sun, you come across a plant with a curious scent. While your music dictates you consume flesh as your primary fuel, you have made snacks of some grasses and herbs from time to time. They amuse your mouth and are some help when something is stuck within. This plant, however, is altogether different. It smells like dreams, with strands of green fiber flesh and murmurs of heartbreak in the beyond. Your core is mildly repulsed by it, but your essence is drawn to it. Don't tell you what, Jay. Don't tell you what. Look, this doesn't look like any negative plant I know of, alright? This looks like a very friendly plant. Just you know what? For no reason, I'm just gonna throw a little bit of text on screen. Give me a moment. It does. Just a little bit of friendly text. And you know we're just gonna, for no real reason. Let's see. Oop, that's a bit too big. Apropos of nothing. Don't worry about it. There we go. That'll do. Just put that right here. And we consume the plant. You taste the bitter tang, which is completely strange and yet almost familiar as the herb slides across your sensitive tongue. Could this be medicinal? Whatever the case, you continue on afterwards, wending through the undergrowth, tasting the air for prey. Unfortunately, no meat scent meets your senses. Oh, it's already starting? I've never noticed it starts that quick. Oh, wait. Was that no meat sense meets your senses? You do, however, scent a nearby honeysuckle bush. Until now, you've never realized how glorious the scent of honeysuckle is. It trickles through your mind, seeming to embed itself in your very essence. You bury your muzzle in the honeysuckle, inhale it, taste it, let it flow all throughout your cell. Moving on, you feel the way the tall grasses brush against your underskills. No, you don't feel it. You feel it. Completely. How could you have never noticed how wonderful this feels? Flopping down on your side and rolling around, you can acutely sense every last scale on your body, can taste each one lighting up as the grass caresses you so tenderly. Your whole body is alight. Then it is light itself. You are seeing yourself dissolving into the grass, into the nearby trees, into the wind as it touches you. And yet you are not at all alarmed by the dissolution. Of course, you are the wind. How could you have ever thought you were a silly giant lizard? What do they call themselves? It doesn't even matter. As a rainbow lumberer honeybuzz hovers nearby, it roars cheerily to you. Hello, wind! You roar politely in return as a cloud of tiny clam singers, each one smaller than your smallest talon, washes over you, singing a lovely refrain involving clouds. And why have you never eaten a cloud? You are completely certain they would be an explosion of lovely flavor upon your tongue, bursting like a gallbladder in your mouth, and oh my, you want to, need to, eat something's gallbladder, right now. You hop from treetop to cloud top, to the tops of tiny flowers, all of which support your weight perfectly, and sing gallbladder every time you land on them. Helpfully, because you almost forgot that idea, and it's so amusing that you almost forgot that idea. It's even amusing that you were amused that you almost forgot that idea. As your tail thumps joyfully, the thought that occurs to you that if you were a no-tail, you couldn't thump your tail. In fact, do no-tails even have a way of expressing amusement? Wait, no-tails? No-tails. With their dead shinestone false claws that they use to destroy. Their bodies covered with the skins of other animals, stilting across the land on wobbly totems of death on their too thin legs, the scent of otherness clinging to them like a giant, writhing bloodsucker. They are bloodsuckers. You can see them. See them all, burying their terrible soft talons and blunt teeth into the great birther, sucking the essence out of her, leaving Earth stained with a rainbow black death and horribly, horribly dry. Why? What are they doing? You must destroy them. You must save the green. No. There are so many. Why? Sun, help us. Earth, help us. The others have come, bringing death with their foul offspring. No! I'm not doing the long. When you awaken, Moon is looking down on you. Everything has returned. You are once again in conscious command of your mind and body, and you know what is and what is not. You have no idea where in the Great Green you are. Tracing your own scent back to your lair, and discovering evidence that you apparently did several things while under the influence of the herb, which are better not to think about, you curl up and sleep for a very, very, very long time. Having lost the contents of your stomach during the escapade, you are ferociously hungry, and set out immediately to find something to devour. You will never, never eat the three-leafed herb again. Or perhaps you will. There was a kind of joy in that more pure and insurmountable when you ate the herb that you have ever felt. You feel as though your very essence is stretched wider, and you have a sense of deep escape from the horrors of life. Until that last part. What was that herb? And we've gained some mastery of all the elements. Yeah, don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. You know, just Hey, we got a little bit of earth. You messing with chemicals or the honey high? For the record, that is... No. Sorry. For the record, the devs did confirm that the three leaf plant is in fact poison ivy. Oh. Yeah, I need to. We'll upgrade the avatar eventually, but it works for now. One moonshone twilight in the deep wood, you come across a bizarre scent trail, like lightning slithering through slithering through a bed of herbs. It is a brightling, one of the mysterious beings who outwardly resemble the tailless and yet have an essence altogether other. Curiously, you follow at a distance. The brightling comes to a beautiful grove of trees, and then, much to your surprise, steps directly into the tree and vanishes from both sight and scent, though you can still sense its essence within. As you begin to approach, a night skyclaw perched on a nearby branch sings, "Oh, I didn't even notice him." I will have to actually learn how to do that, Francisco. Um, yeah, well, we can't all be that lucky, hon. Actually, I might. Let me make a quick note of that. There we go. Thank you. As you approach, yeah. I'm not. Woohoo! Know you of the many lights? Some reveal what is the light of sun. Some reveal truth, as is the light of wisdom. Some are blinding, leading all away and leaving darkness in their wake. Which of these lights is the light of the bright ones? What do you know about the brightlings? They are the melders, the mergers, the joiners, joining themselves with all things. Jay, the kind of music you listen to, I'm sure you have something that for something that much of an acid trip. My people have seen them walk into lakes, rivers, mountains, trees, becoming one with them. We have seen them dance with the tailless, dances of joy, dances of creation, dances of many steps. So do they become one with the no-tails in body and essence, for a time. And yet they are not like unto them or any good beast. We join with others through destruction and creation, but the bright ones never destroy, never create. They never eat, never birth. No hatchlings of their kind exist. A mystery, beyond the knowledge of earth and sun. Such dissonant harmony, such masterful receivers. What about this grove? I see, Jay, that completely over my head. Crazy Train, though? Maybe? I mean, it definitely goes off the rails. But a few turnings ago, this was a lovely hill, a lonely hill, excuse me, shining grass while naked on moonshadow nights. Then suddenly these trees appeared, and with them the bright ones. The bright ones move, but are they truly beasts? These trees reach for sun, but are they truly trees? Such delicious mystery. What about you and your people? Who is like unto us? Long, long ago we were kin, but we traded that essence to moon and to night, and in return they showed us a new way. The dark air cradles our wings. The fresh scent of night soothes our watery essence until we melt into darkness. Moon shows our prey, revealing from afar tasty morsels plucked from the shadows of dark-lit trees and sleeping stones. We vanish, and then, revealing ourselves, grow full, like moon, then like holy and sacred moon. Who is like unto us? Let's take a look at the trees. Well, they certainly look like trees, and smell like trees, feel like trees and even taste like trees, but they do not sound like trees. They don't rustle or creak when the winds blow. The bumpy armor also does not chip nor peel away when tested by your teeth or claws. Let's set it on fire. You focus your inner flame for a brief and forceful breath. You must be careful to scorch, not set aflame, lest a wildfire begin. Really? I've always kind of found that, like, yeah, I think of ravens, and I always thought that's just so cool. Curiously, part of the burned tree's armor falls away to reveal something. What? Reminds you slightly of sigils, but... of mimicking it in the middle of nowhere? Alright, well this puzzle's obvious. Let's see. I think it would be left again. Because left is the only circular one. I actually didn't know that, Francisco. Let's see. So triangle with an extended edge. To arrow, which means this was tightened up. I think it'd be this one. It's the right one. Well, this one's just obvious. Same with this. Ooh, this one's a little more interesting. I mean, I can imagine that comes from actually like a kind of, not like not an instinctual knowledge, but a passed down knowledge of making too much noise in the middle of the night, especially something high pitched like a whistle, could attract predators, which just kind of carried on to a superstition. It's always fascinating to me to see how mythology comes to be. Let's see. Definitely right. This will be left. This needs to bend down. I think that's going to be middle. The strange markings fade away from the tree's torso, and at first it seems as though nothing happened. I understand why, Francisco, but that just sounds beautiful. Then you hear a soft but definite thud just below you. You turn around, brushing something with your tail. It's a fruit of some kind, and it must have been growing from this strange tree. Oddly, you see no others like it in any of the other trees. It is certainly beautiful. Beyond beautiful. This is treasure. Its skin is tough as shinestone, imperturbable, and it gleams and glistens in moon's light. It fits comfortably in your mouth, like carrying an egg, and as you make your way back to your lair with it, a warm, pleasant feeling pervades you. It looks fetching beside all of your other treasures, but was it really on the tree the whole time? And if not, then... Ooh. I'm gonna have to ask Darktooth about that one. Let's take a look at these. Actually, let's go. How much shinies do we have? We should have a fair amount. 19? Let's go talk to Darktooth. That's an evocative way to put it. A young kin has survived its first great sleep. No longer a hatchling, though still earthbound, formed and yet malleable, like clay. The spirit wood, heart of the great green, shall try, temper, teach, test. But there are other lessons which may not be easily learned from nature. Perhaps a young kin is prepared to begin the great lesson, or does one come from another purpose? We'll get back to the great lesson. But what is this thing? Darktooth sniffs at the object, then it blinks, a shiver running through its feathers. With a single motion, Darktooth sweeps it into its own maw and swallows it. Before you object, Darktooth sings soothingly. Fear not, you shall be compensated. This item is too dangerous to leave in the care of a youngling. It may summon calamity to your lands. It is other. I would simply destroy it, but I happen to have a use for such a thing. Darktooth gives you quite a few shiny things, more than you thought the object should have been worth, which helps the chagrin. Well, he knows he's getting all of these back. Let's see. Do we have anything else to show him? No, we just have our bats. We don't have any treasure. We're doing terrible at that. What are the Brightlings? We did actually talk about this before, but just as there are many Draak in this world, so are there many worlds. Oh, wait, no. We asked him that as a baby, and he told us basically piss off. But now he's actually explaining it. There are many other worlds suspended in the great above. They should have their own children, such as the dark ocean above keeps separated what should be kept separate. The Brightlings, however, defy this. They come from a far sibling Earth, carrying a shining yet dissonant music to our world. They have never actively aided nor attacked the kin. For some reason, they seem obsessed with the No-Tails, taking on forms similar to No-Tail birthers and joining with them, dancing, becoming one. I don't remember about the silver fruit. It might be. And as for the singing, Francisco, it is another thing I adore about the writing of this game, that everything in the universe has a song, to the point that the universe itself is known as the One Song. They also frequent the deep parts of the Great Green, and gather many things, tasting of them, though they never destroy, and never have hatchlings of their kind been found. More cannot be sung, for nothing more is certain. However, a young Draak may be advised not to fear them overmuch, nor fall prey to their seduction, as the tailless ones have. Even if they would not harm us, it would be better if they were gone. Their overbright music is not meant for this sun, this earth. Have any advice? The Spirit Wood, heart of the Great Green. What's that, Francisco? No, I think he more means that they don't belong on this planet. He kind of hinted that they're aliens. The Spirit Wood, heart of the Great Green, may now belong to a certain young kin in name, but yet not does truly belong to it. One's territory, be it dry or deep, great or humble, must be known and understood. When one has reached the third degree of knowledge in air, water, fire, and earth, then one shall be worthy to find the great spirit that dwells within the holy veil. One should have its blessings if one is to endure. One is also not alone in being near to the heart of the grain. Other kin are near, and may diminish one's hunting grounds if a formal agreement is not reached. A wise young kin would meet with the rulers of the Riverwood, the skyward reach, and the empire of reeds. One sun, when wings are vast and light, perhaps they may be challenged for their lands, but that sun is still many turnings away. However, one may encounter wandering nomads. These are other kin who, bereft of a home, shall challenge the keeper of the Spirit Wood. These shall be tests which refine one's essence, as stone is refined into crystal, by time and by place. When the Spirit Wood is invaded, then must a young kin stand with claws rooted in the earth, and conquer those who would take it. One must neither retreat nor surrender. One must also learn the ways of the many good beasts of the Spirit Wood. One must not hunt any one people, nor in any one place, too often, or they shall be no more, and the land shall suffer, and a kin may go hungry or worse. One's territory is always one's greatest treasure. Never forget this. So he said we should need to be level 3 with everything. We are missing fire. So we will have to keep learning. Who are the greatest among the kin? Among the true children of the above and below, 7 are known as the Paragons, Those whom none may challenge and whose names are whispered on the wind. First in might is the scarred one, the broken yet unbroken, the many times burned. It dwells in the crimson deeps, where glowing earth flows like slow water. It has mastered, even enslaved, the wild element of fire. Secrets of destruction are known to it which would shatter even the strongest of minds. Beyond pain and madness, it has found treasures which should not exist. Many beasts, and even some kin, worship it as an avatar of the end of all things. And they may even be correct. Second of the Paragons is the last of the Crystal Clan, the embracer and the merger of all things, the lover and beloved, the All-Mother. It makes its home in the Heartwood, warm words and set words from the Spirit Wood. It eschews destruction and embraces creation in all of its forms. It claims all life as beloved unto itself, and seeks to weave together the fates and even forms of disparate things. Many times burned might as well be. I've played through this a few times. Many times burned is we'll see him eventually. Third is the living drown, the blue cord, the cool darkness, the deep one, fathom. In the set word great blue, it quietly reigns far beneath the gray waves. It rests in a dark place known only to hidden, twisted things, which give them their own light, beings which long to be sun and know only an eternal night. The Ars Goetia. It knows all of their secret names, and that all that has ever fallen into the crashing deeps belongs to it by right. Others are not as near, and less likely to be encountered by a young kin of the Spirit Wood. In a far riseward realm, all kin lower themselves to the presence of Jade Cloud, and in the fiery islands beyond fear the raging glory of Blade Tail of the Several Minds. And then there is the ruler, of the Ruiner. It sleeps, may it never wake. I actually like that little detail. Darktooth has only named 6 of the 7. It is, of course, far too wise to waste time talking about itself. Sing to me of the clan singers. I don't know how much that'll help us, really. What's the great lesson? Beyond all single questions which can be asked, there rest certain truths which reign over reality, as the kin reign over all good beasts. The great lesson imparts such truths. It consists of various trials, meals for the mind. One who is found worthy shall have a powerful verities revealed which illuminate the path to wisdom. Yet wisdom is power, and all power comes at a price. When a young kin feels as though it is worthy, it can bring tribute. It may begin, but safety is not guaranteed. Truth, like all treasure, can only be earned and never given. 20 shinies. We have 21. Let's do it. White burning marks are scored into your mind. Not song sigils, but curves, pathways, swells. It takes you to a moment, but you soon realize these are directions. That curve is a familiar hill, that lie in a great tree you have seen before. You now know the hidden location of the great lesson, and can travel there from your lair at any time. Be warned that you may not be able to leave from your sons. Only a fool would attempt this adventure without a healthy body and a full core. No, we need to eat. They said it themselves. Kitty! It's been a while, Kitty. How's things going with you? We already know enough about tusk snorts, so let's go hunting something big. Oh, big tusk snort! Now, I wonder, do they count as different? They do not. But we need food. At least that's a relaxing chore, in my opinion. But, now that we know about tusk snorts... Where are you? Earth, fire, earth, air... Where's that water? No. Earth, fire, earth, water, earth. So since it can do... We're just going to stick with this. Water. And we know its next move. Next will be Earth, Earth, then Fire. So Earth, Earth, and then Fire. There we go. The Tussnort's flesh is even more delicious than you expected, burning brightly in your core. This was a most satisfying meal. But now we know that... Let's see what this predator is. Oh, it's a wolf. Wait, that's not a wolf. Coyote? Let's see, hold on. Oh, it is Clan Singer. Oh, it found us. I'm waiting for its essence to pop up because that sometimes can tell you what they're about. That is incredibly unhelpful. It is significantly stronger than us in pretty much every way. We're backing off. Oh boy. Alright, we might not be able to back off. This ain't good. Hoping that injured we can get... Nope, we're done. I've lost once in every phase. This is shameful. You've not lost. All life moves... Oh, it's the same exact scene. Rest now in silence and return to begin again. May you be blessed. But this, well, hey, perfect time to ask, Kitty. This is Golden Treasure, the Great Green. Thankfully, we do not have to start all over. And as with every game I play, I put the link to the game in the description if you're interested in it yourself. Beautiful game. I cannot recommend it enough. Try and get grade 3 all around. What I like is that since we're starting later, we can actually just choose to take artifacts from older lives. I will do a little bit of a skip ahead here as I just catch us back up to being alive. The good news is, as usual, we do keep everything. We are not messing with another wall. So we will hunt some, yeah, Matthew's still at work. Speaking of which, not to put our stuff out in the open. Oh my god, kid. It not just is, like, I do find it fun, but on top of that, it's just beautiful. It really is. I mean, you know, of course, no bias at all. Of course. I'll send it to your DM here in a second. Are you on break, hon? Or are you still actually working? Also, I just realized what I should do. I know this won't really do much, but... There we go. Look, it's not... It might be, or maybe I'm just bad, alright? Oh, it's just another long year. We already know everything about him, and this ain't even good food. Look, alright. They are many, I am one. Alright, quick message to Maffy. There we go. Yes. Oh, I trust you, Jay. You are, well, probably my best friend, so... No offense, Kitty. Of course I trust you. Thank you, Kitty. I've actually been really thinking about that, and yeah, I'd like to upgrade it at some point, but it works for now. Shut the fuck up, Jay. This is the approach to the High Morn or Skyward Reach. Trees and thickets are rare here, replaced with brown heather, steep slopes and heavy stones. A tribe of hardy, and tasty, surefoots reside here, but hints of sulfur on the breeze suggest you are nearing another kin's domain. Tread softly. Don't worry, Kitty, you're good. Let's see what they want. And just even this is a wall. Why does this wall look so pretty? You find yourself walking along the high edge of the Spirit Wood, where Earth's flesh wrinkles and folds into slopes and ravines. Here, you come across a curious place where the land seems to have recently come loose, sliding downhill like water. You move over the soft, fresh ground, feeling the damp soil through your paws. Suddenly, you are surprised by a muffled yet desperate song. A stone nearby shifts slightly. Giving it a wide berth, you circle around, smelling and tasting the air, and you discover the stone is blocking a small alcove, inside which a creature is trapped. A surefoot birther, carrying young by the smell of it. It sings a bleating, plaintive song of succor, calling others of its kind to come to its aid. You taste essence on the air. It's slightly injured, probably in the landslide, and has been trapped here for at least a sun. You sent no others of its kind anywhere near. With your strong talons and flexible body, it may be possible to move the stone. A trapped young, heavy creature would prove a lavish and filling meal for a hungry kin. Having smelled you near, the surefoot is now silent and afraid. It knows that its flesh is savory and nourishing. Let's see. You know what? There you go. With your powerful claws, you easily rip the unsettled soil from the base of the dirt prison. You claw and heave, moving a mound of earth below you. Finally, you are able to reach the bottom of the boulder. Settling all four paws to the earth, you ply your body to its base, shoving hard against the stone. The surefoot cowers, unsure of what to do as you labor for its sake. You put all of your inner fire into one final heave, and the boulder capitulates at last, settling into a new position. The opening makes it only a head length or so, but that's enough for the surefoot to squeeze through. You back away and settle onto the ground into an unthreatening position, head up and looking slightly away, lying on your side. The Surefoot emerges, cautious and blinking into the light. It's hobbling slightly, but the wound is not deep, and will heal before next moon. When it sees your peaceful demeanor, it bows its head and sings a song of thanksgiving. Though I understand not your purpose, this son I have been given a gift, a birth or save, by one of the ancient kin. I did not warrant a mighty Draak using its great strength for my simple life. When I return to my clan, a new story will be told, and the Draak-kin shall grow in fame and mystery both. It departs, and you're free again to wander the valley slopes. Time to tell whether your decision to pass up an easy meal was wise. To be fair, Jay, I think you'd have a blast, especially if you got the seamless co-op mods, and had me or even Math just run along with you. Let's visit our neighbor. You have heard of this place in the songs of local good beasts. Here, where the land rises, is a territory called the Skyward Reach. You are standing at the boundary mark left by its kin ruler, a sign invisible to the eye, but all too clear to the nose and tongue. Tradition demands you either turn aside and leave, or announce your presence. We just have a meeting. Your song of annunciation echoes in the low hills, but even after many, many breaths, no response arrives. Tradition dictates that if an announcement goes without response, its announcer is given leave to enter the territory without dishonor. Do so? We really have nothing to gain here. We're just coming to say hello, basically. This is all too unusual, and the sun is still young. You turn back, deciding to spend your time on something else. I think I put us at 3 for everything? 4. 4 in all 3s. Okay, so Darktooth told us in a previous life. Oh my god, shut up, Jay. I am not Mr. Rogers. I am not Dragon Rogers, okay? But we're actually strong enough now to, according to Darktooth, to get to our landlord's place. So yep. We'll attempt to reach the heart. Oh, 3 is not enough. Darktooth, you liar. Once again, we'll keep our Shrieker friends. I see no reason that we should fight the Shriekers. I mean, they haven't done anything, and it does benefit us. Now, this time before going to the wolves who are eating, I'm going to go full. So I can tell them, honestly, like, I'm just not hungry. But, you know what? Let's actually just explore everything first. See? I'm starting already. Human. What the hell's a human doing in my territory? To be fair, that wasn't hard mode, Kitty. It was just normal mode. And Jay's not familiar with that circle of friends. While exploring the Great Green one day, you taste a strangeness on the wind. Salt, fear, and something unnervingly other. Following the scent, you discover a lone no-tail hatchling, stumbling through the grain on its insufficient legs. Its forepaws are clutched to its belly, and its second skin are tattered and frayed. Every once in a short while it emits a wail, probably trying to attract others of its kind to aid it, but all of your senses agree that this is the only tail that's anywhere nearby. That's alright, kitty, it's fine. Just letting you know that he's not going to know who bro is. It is starving, lost, and utterly alone. Still, there's plenty of flesh to be a fine meal. You know what? What do you guys think? It is a human baby. Well, child. It is in our territory. Ooh, that's a lot of food. Knowing that you cannot sing to such an alien mind, you decide to use a different tactic to influence its movements. You show yourself to the grotesque hatchling at calculated times and places. Fear causes it to run in the opposite direction. In such a way, you herd it coldwards, towards the land inhabited by no-tails. However, a tangy breeze heralds oncoming danger. Another predator, a great slide claw, has sensed the lost hatchling and is interested in consuming it. Will you bar your bard's way? Yes. I ain't afraid of you. Okay, I'm a little afraid of you. I should have been more afraid of it. God, this is shameful. Alright, we leave the human alone for a while. I do want to help him. I just need to be strong enough to deal with a lion. Yes, I know. So what is this fire? I don't like fire in my trees. Of course, kitty. Thank you for coming, honestly. After spending most of a sun following various scent trails through the rich, warm air, none of which led to food or treasure, but the weather was pleasant, so it's difficult to care, you settle for a brief nap. A nearby hollow's thick shrubs make a fine bedding, and soon your thoughts are unraveling, trailing off into the dreaming. To your horror, however, you are confronted with a terrible vision. Fire, most violent and unpredictable of the Great Four, is sleeping beside you. Somehow you know that when it wakens, it will consume everything in its path without judgment or exception. Fire always goes where it will, but this great fire is not yet to be born. It is a tragedy of a massive scale. Even your own lair and trove may suffer. You see the overgrown plants feeding it, making it stronger. Countless trees are lost, infant feather beasts are roasted in their own nests, and underground dens become tombs for those who cannot flee in time. Those who do not escape will be far from your territory, and finding food will become nearly impossible. Starving, you pick through the bones of the quiet and the green turned gray. The question arises in your mind, though you fear you already know the answer. Can nothing be done to prevent this? Look at this. Almost every scene in this game could be made into a wallpaper, I swear. I'd hang this on my wall. Just as you are about to submit to the fire and be purified into silence with the other good beasts, a savior appears. You see it only in one essence, but you know they are many in body. The Woodstriders, the Crowned, the Beloved of the Green. Against the looming catastrophe, it stands alone yet unafraid and full of living power. As it charges the fire being, the world washes away, leaving you back in your own body. What you saw was not physically real, but was reality nonetheless. Was this a true dream, whispered to you by a greater being, Earth, or perhaps Sun? Or was it only fear and desire dancing in your mind? In short, a common illusion. You resolve to hold on to the dream. Even if there's a possibility this may be a hunt without prey, if this was indeed a true dream, then you are called upon to take action. You are too young to know much of dreams, but an elder among the kin might know more. How much money do we have? Probably not a lot. None. We have nothing. We have no monies. Well, we do need to eat. Think we've gotten everything from here. What does someone want? Okay. That's the tusk sword, large Furby smelling of earth. I think that's an adult. Yeah, but we know we can take them, so. We wait. There we go. Crap. Now I remember it has a lot of earth, so we wait. That tells us nothing, sweetie. 2 earths in a row does tell us something, though. Fire. Next will be earth. And then water, so hit it with air. And 2 earths again. Knowledge is truly your greatest strength in this game. That thing did jack us up a lot. So we are going to go hunt the babies. We're still not that strong. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? And these ones will just do nothing but guard, so don't give them a chance to call. Yeah, we're good. Oh. Yeah, no doubt copyright music, Jay. I'm not gonna risk it. What was this again? I don't remember. I think the best thing we can do right now is find the silver fruit again, which I believe was over here. Yeah, a lot of piano. I think almost entirely, actually. We'll wait for just a second. Actually. It really is. I don't remember who they got to do the music, but they did an amazing job. Yep, it was here. Okay. So we know the owl. And we will badger the owl to see what it knows. And we'll go through the puzzle again. Left, left, right, right, left, left, right, left, center. There we go. Got our silver fruit back. So the fire is literally a manifestation. Assuming the dream is true, it would just be a manifestation of a wildfire. Hey, big fella. Here you go. Give me my shinies. Let's talk about the dream. Your dream is true. It has happened many times. Many fires have been extinguished before their birth by the Woodstriders, who tend to the green, and others have flared to ruinous life for lack of them. With a tender and delicate destruction, they root out the too manys and the too muches, green beyond green, where excess leaf and wood builds. It calls to the spirit of fire, but they eat the excess, taking it into themselves. So, kind of, Kitty. It's more that's how our dragon sees it, because it's all we know. In their humble, quiet way, they are the ultimate protectors, moving from green to green and patiently, carefully tending with tooth and tongue. Through eons of service, they have become the beloved of the spirit of the green. You remember the pure and delicious scent of the Woodstriders in Heartbone Valley, but very, very rarely have you sensed it in Deep Spiritwood, heart of the Great Green, where you now live. If that is so, Darktooth sings before you even voice this observation, how does it do that? Then it can only be because their way is barred. The Woodstriders are shamans all. Their stone feet guide them along sacred paths, lined in the very essence of Earth herself, which cross her body and carry her essence. Ancient kin can feel these lines and even learn to drink the Earth essence from them, but such ways are beyond your tender turnings. The Woodstriders follow the lines. If they are not many in the Great Green, then the line they follow must be marred, stained. Seek out the stain and wash it away, for you are the Fang of the Great Green, guardian of the sacred land. Learn this. The heart of wisdom is to reject ease, comfortable ignorance, and desire, and instead to cast your gaze to the distance and see the wider world. Act so that your lands will be green and the home of many good beasts for you to feast upon, to learn from, for thousands of turnings. Turn your snout to the wind, seek a place wormward from the sacred glen, and setward from the empire of reeds. Let your essence guide you, and you shall find the pollution which bars the Woodstriders and dooms your land. And at the last, remember that the Woodstriders are great indeed. Only when you recognize them as the bearers of the true crown will they take their place within the green. Such would be one's advice to a young kid. We don't have enough to pay for the lesson, do we? Nope, we have 15, so we are going to... Actually... Yeah, we're just gonna go. Thank you, big fella. I would very much like to save my home. Thank you. Yeah, Darktooth is MVP. I sadly deleted my don't do drugs. I'm not gonna read it through again the whole way, but I am gonna let some of the other visuals play for Kitty specifically. The scent of honeysuckle, the feeling of grass in the scales. Now we are grass. We are wind. There you go, Kitty. This image without context. You need to eat something's gallbladder right now. And there's the how he sees Earth. No, Kitty. Do not put that evil on me. Rune bears are bad enough. Oh, I haven't leveled up? Still just third in all of them. Almost there with water, but... Almost knocked over my drink. Look, the idea of a flying bee bear is bad enough. I forgot to check my hunger. Ooh. I disagree. Crucible nights are always so much worse for me. I don't know what it is about them, but they always throw me off. Look at that. It is the evening. The dying sun is cradled by the tender horizon. The stars are being born, and as you lie beneath them, enjoying their beauty, you're dazzled by a sudden flash of light. A bright sphere is drawing the streak of light across the sky. A star descending from the great above, screaming as it falls, and you realize it'll land in your territory. You find yourself running towards it, the hunter within awaken. The falling star crashes just out of sight. You feel the impact in your heartbone. A shockwave of dust and light explodes through the nearby trees. As reality settles from the fall and you emerge from the green, you see before you a crater in the earth, a hole many body lengths wide. At the center of it, was a star lies nestled and smoking, an offspring of the beyond. Its smell is like no fire of this world. Cautiously, tongue flicking outward, you venture down into the center of the pit, one paw at a time. Upon reaching the star, you look more closely at its surface. The beautiful and oddly shaped rock appears riddled with small indentations, glistening and gleaming in the light of a new risen moon. Heavenfall Shinestone, a grand treasure indeed, though you have no idea how you'll get it back to your lair. You're still admiring it when a strong wind blows and the stars above you are obscured by a huge winged shape. An enormous kin lands on the cusp of the crater. It is several times your size, more massive than even Darktooth. It must be nearly as ancient as Earth herself. Its thick lapis shell smells of brine, and its armor bears ancient scars uncountable. It stands proud and tall, looking down on you and your treasure to be with eyes of black and gold. Slowly, it reaches out with a warm and soft song. Oh, little childkin, know me. I am Fathom, mate of the great blue and knower of its inner ways, from turnings beyond thought. Your dry domain is blessed this moon with a fallen sky egg. My truth-drowned mind wishes to reach beyond blessed earth, to know what lies beyond. I have known the lower void, farthest depths of the blue, and now I must know the upper void, the above everlasting. Thus I shall receive of you this fallen star, and the wealth and mysteries which lie within. The song is outwardly gentle, but the colors and tone make it clear it expects you to give over this great treasure. Tradition would dictate it's yours, having fallen into your territory, but what will you do? I'm going to politely request a treasure in exchange. The elder indulgently listens to you as you fold back your wings in a display of humility and requests that tradition be honored with an exchange of goods. You acknowledge that Fathom is powerful enough to take whatever it wishes, but you believe it's honorable. Fathom's head bobs twice, and you are briefly terrified that it will breathe the notorious secret thunder of the sapphire Draak upon you, but instead it coughs up a shimmering sphere. It glistens in the dirt like perfect miniature moon. This is a pearl, born of the discomfort of the voiceless, shaped over many turnings by secret dwellers of the great blue. My trove was rife with these baubles, but in the dry lands such a thing is rare. I offered exchange for the sky egg. While much smaller than the fallen star, it is indeed quite beautiful, and worth many shiny things. The elder's thought colors make it clear that no better offer will be forthcoming, so you meekly accept the pearl. Satisfied, the elder seizes the sky-fallen object, wrenches it from the ground, and flies off setwards into the cool evening air. Your prize is a little too large for you to safely swallow. You carry it back to your lair in your mouth, like an egg, and place it carefully in your trove. You've given up a greater treasure for a lesser one, but at least you obtained something. Had you attempted to fight the Elder, you might have lost all, including your life. Considering that truth, you've done well. Yeah, pretty much. Big ass pearl. Aries, it's not time to eat. Yes, Kitty, the fluff butts are here. Let us see. Still need water, earth. I'm feeling... You know what? I'm going to need food first. But I'm feeling kind of lucky. I think I'll actually go for the... the ground again. Yeah, no, he big boy. He old. We don't mess with old. Not yet. If you remember, Jay, he's the one that Darktooth mentioned was one of the Great Seven. He was. Unfortunately, that the death bites are the best food here. Hey, Kitty, Francisco, I brought this up to the chat the other day, but I want to bring this up to you guys too. I'm thinking about next Monday doing what I'm affectionately calling Friday Night Money Fight, which is essentially going and watching it's fake gambling. Watching fights in games and doing stuff like betting points and whatnot on it. It might have to be Twitch only, just until I figure out a better way to gamble points here. But the first one would be Final Fantasy Tactics Battlegrounds, which has its own Twitch channel. What do you think? Would you all be interested in that? Probably bring a guest on, or even use an AI guest if no one's willing. I'm thinking about doing it once a month. I don't want to be that much of a hack where a third of my week is just spent by other people doing it. Hey, glad to hear. From both of you. Yes, Aries, I know you're hungry. You will be fed when it's time. So once again, we're going to try the rabbit. Hey, we passed the rabbit. Test of Earth. Damn it. No kidding. Just the main series, Kitty, or just the or just the main just the main franchise, or any of the side games? You got it, hon. Once again, we'll come to the wolves eating. We will not fight that. Actually, we're going to talk to them. Learn a little more. But, no, we'll leave them in peace. Indeed, your answer is you are well fed. We accept your answer as true. Yo! Strangers in Paradise has gotta be my favorite side game of it. Yeah, even more than Tactics. Uh, 14's in a bad place, in my opinion. I tried going back to it. Yeah. I tried going back to it this week, and I cannot. The River's Edge area is the name often given to the land near the Wormwood bank of the shallow river, the largest body of fresh water in the Great Green. The meadows here are home to the great grazers, which are excellent to eat but very strong. You also smell the proximity of another kin. Perhaps a visit to its territory on the Coldward bank might be in order. Wrong guy. Yoshi P's still alive, but for some reason, just it's been going down. What do we got here? Today's travel through the green brings you to a scene of suspended chaos. Before you lies the signs of a small yet vicious battle. The base of trees scarred by tooth and claw, dirt ripped from the earth in half-realized piles, spit and froth coating large chunks of half-chewed tree armor. Though you search for tufts of fur, feathers, or the scent of spilled essence, there are no signs of any injury. If you look at the scene as a whole, you can almost see how the battle unfolded, each advance and defense as they fought onward into the wood, leaving a trail of oddly clean destruction behind them. You may follow the battle further to its source, or leave the creatures to their combat and do something else. 2 battle-weakened creatures would prove an easy and filling meal, but there's a strangeness that threatens to be deadly. We're gonna figure this out. Personally, I didn't like, no, Francisco, maybe, because Shadowbringers was good, but Endwalker, I think, was really great. Dawn Trail, it just fell to shit. As for 16... Alright, Jay, you take care, man. And sleep well. Thank you for showing up, man. Legitimately. It means the world to me. As for what I was saying, Kitty, about 16, I could not get into it. It felt like it was trying way too hard to be something it wasn't. You steel yourself and push on into the forest. After a short hunt, you reach the source of the devastation. Oddly, it's a partnerless dance, a single lone beast. A greater stink strike, panting and drooling, stares blankly at the damage. It turns to you and projects a mind song, unnatural and unclear, like burning water. Inside, it lives, grows, it burns! Must share it. Don't want to share it. Don't want to obey. Don't fight! Fight! Spread! It hurts. Please run. Please die! The creature bares its teeth and snaps at you, scratching at the ground. It moves erratically, and its body twitches and pulls on itself, as if fighting its own urges. We need to kill this thing. Oh, our wind is way too low. This wrongness will go no further. Despite the threat to yourself, you will bring an end to this. You lower your body into a fighting stance, ready to engage in the dance of destruction. Yep, rabies. I love, like, the mind song of really screwed rabies. I'm willing to bet it's gonna do... Oh! Oh! We got it. As the Sink Strike finally succumbs to destruction, an odd kind of peace enters its eyes. Thank you, it sings with its last breath. Do not let it end you. Burn! You bathe the Stink Strike empty body in flames until it's ashes. Whatever evil is inside it will never rise again. We're earning reputation. Look, fire purifies all damage. Really? Still no level up. What's up with the piggy? What? Oh! Truffles! In your wanderings, you have come across a clan of tusk snorts. In accordance with their way, all of the adults are birthers. Givers are exiled once they come of age, doomed to wander alone, and they are led by the eldest, who has overcome many trials, birthed many young, and seen many turnings. This group is slightly larger than usual, and seems to have some purpose. Noses to the ground, they sing squarking, hruffling songs, occasionally releasing scents which are a language unto themselves. Their hatchlings shadow them, occasionally play fighting with each other or investigating new smells. Yet they have not detected your presence, but their legendary olfactory capabilities leave little doubt that they soon will. You know what? We're going to talk with them. You allow yourself to be detected and approach, holding your body in such a way as to make it clear you're not hunting. Nevertheless, the birthers gather together, herding the hatchlings towards the center for protection, and forming a defensive phalanx. Their eldest, however, releases soothing odors, and with a series of reassuring grunts to its fellows, opens its mind to you. When you inquire as to its purpose here, you receive the following reply. We seek the flavor blessings, soft, black, and sweet, dark, savory fungoids brooding within the Great Mother's flesh. Only tusk snort noses are so keen, so refined as to scent them. Great honor shall be bestowed upon the one who finds the most, for it is the fungal festival, the yearly truffle hunt. You know, I don't think I can beat them. I think I can learn. Slowly and plainly, as to not startle them, you climb a nearby knoll and settle down, wrapping your tail around a tree and yawning, announcing with universal body language your intent to simply observe. Satisfied, the eldest returns to the bloodless hunt along its clanmates. The tusk snorts are known far and wide for keen noses, and you learn much about scenting by observing their techniques. You note how they close their eyes when finding a scent, to focus their minds on just the one sense. At times, they open their mouth and breathe through mouth and nose simultaneously, adding taste to smell in order to find some nuance of odor. Eventually, one of them finds enough of the dark fungus balls to be declared the victor. Even from your perch, you can smell the truffles, which emit veritable sonatas of aroma outwards in circles. After they are devoured, the tusk snorts bless the finder with a congratulatory song, scent marking the area to commemorate the event, and continue onwards. You, for your part, have learned something about the tusk snorts, and more importantly, how to better sense hard-to-find objects in your environment. Water! Aries, I know. You're hungry, I get it. Hey, more water. We may now lucid dream. Actually, I don't remember if this is a permanent buff or not. But let's find out. Actually, we're fully healed. So... No, he wants food. Yeah. Let's see. I think we'll swing by the micros and get their quest again. Yep. Hello, tiny friends. I will aid you. Hey, hun, how much water should I put in there? A cup? Half a cup? What do you think? They are technically her cats. I'm gonna try this again. This should be easier. Yeah, this is easy now that we have 4. Hey, the scent of Woodstrider is tempting, but you have the patience, the will, not to be distracted. It is a meal, nothing more. There are many such in the Great Green. The Long Ear, however, is leading you to true unity. You follow its trail, which is beginning to shine in your mind like flecks of mica dancing on the air. The trail of the long ear leads you to a small rocky pass. The only way forward is barred by a gigantic boulder. The long ear slipped under and around it easy, but you are too large, and your attempt to climb it will meet in failure. We have the grade 4 fire. We can pull this easy. You've come too far now to be stopped by unliving circumstance. Summoning all of your passion and desire to continue, you slam your strong body into the stone. Even a hillback would be unable to move it, but you are Draak-kin, greatest of the children of above and below, and you will not be denied. You will move forward, and you will overcome any who stand in your way. The inner fire burns, and the boulder succumbs to your passion, falling away and revealing the path ahead. Oh, okay. Here the bows form a series of gates, and as you pass through each of them, you feel as the solid, factual parts of yourself being stripped away, leaving only the intangible and the eternal. The long ear is waiting for you. It is impossibly huge. I am the liminal. I stand at the gateway, and I am the gateway. This is the lair of the spirit of the green. Only those who have seen it in their hearts may enter. If you truly know the great green, if you truly understand its spirit, then bring me one of its fangs. This is the price of entry. Crap, I failed, I think. The spirit of the great... The fang of the spirit of the great green? The spirit doesn't have fangs. It doesn't even have a body. And the few times you have felt its presence, you have not sensed any fangs at all. Yep, fail. I knew you were coming. The screaming song of a kin tears at the morning air. An invader has come. In accordance with tradition, it states his identity and purpose. I am the leaping bolt from heaven, over bright, over hot, consuming all. I am the dire flame which cripples the night, forcing harsh light upon shadow. I am the blinding blaze, shocking and new. In your mind, you label this brash-clad flare. O hatchling who dares claim sacred ground, your tender self is not worthy of these lands. By this tree, which I have blasted to a smoke-bleeding shell, I challenge you for this domain. When sun is next born, it shall belong to me. Flee if you value your life, and survive. Keep your flesh unmarred, and seek a new dwelling. For if you are so foolish as to lay your claws against mine, I shall do to you as I have done here. Such is my song. As you follow the sound to its source, your feathers tremble and rise. Fear courses deliciously through your veins. Upon your arrival, you see it has blasted an innocent tree into utter destruction. It maintains threat stance, slamming its tail into the ground repeatedly. The scent of innocent cinders fanned the flames of righteous rage within you. Its mocking song is repeated over and over, the crash of its tail again and again. Calm down. While fire calls you to action, the patient, humbling voice of earth is strong enough within you to calm the flames of wrath. Observing that Flare has the high ground and is in strong position, ready for any physical attack, you pause. Your feathers slowly relax, and fear is replaced with more helpful mental weather. You circle around it, taking in its many scars, the scent of many places upon it. This is a nomad, a kin which has not known a permanent home in quite some time. So you were not a complete fool, it sings, though its thought song slightly less jagged and more curved now. My truths remain, however. I am strong in both fire and earth. I destroy easily and not easily destroyed. You are weaker. Surrender is wise. Let's see. What is its strengths and weaknesses? Body low to the ground as you slink in and out of Flare's reach quickly, slithering right, then left, then uphill, then down. As Flare reacts to your movements and feints, you successfully assess its abilities. Contest of wits. Flare splits an arc of sparks that fizzle on the ground. Are you too weak, then, to stand against me like a true warrior, kin? Miserable tree-tail-hearted coward! You're only kin in form and not of essence. Your heckles rise. If Flare is too stupid for a battle of wisdom, accuse it of being kin, of only body and not mind. Flare growls deep in its throat, but then huffs, chewing down the fire seed. I will not have a child question my wisdom. Challenge my mind if you dare. After the appropriate prelude exchange of oaths, swearing to abide by the verdict of the contest, Flare poses a riddle. Coated in fine white fur, I fly but never land. I cry but have no eyes. What am I? Easy one. What, do y'all know? I mean, yeah, it's true, but that's not the answer to his riddle. As you correctly answer the question, Blair almost chokes on its own rage, but does not attack. Though doing so would violate no law, to go against one's own oath would mark one as honorless, and when known as such, one can never again trade, parlay, or communicate with other kin. One would have to be desperate indeed to become a known liar. Flair withdraws to find another kin to challenge in its long search for home. Flair having been defeated and forced to look elsewhere for a place to call its own, you've won your first territorial defense. It's left a bit of itself behind, a rather loud crown feather. Its screaming colors will do well to remind you of your victory. Yes, I know, boy. We're going to... give me a second, okay? Alright, well, I'm going to take a short break, refresh my drink, and actually feed the cats. Sadly, no music going here. Let me set up... Hey, perfect. I actually am going to change the music here real quick to something a little more fitting. There we go. So, I will be back in just a minute. Oh, okay. Jay said that my voice. Everyone, how is the sound? At least voice, because math, your ears might just be broken or your headphones are busted. In the meanwhile, though, like I said, I'm gonna take a short break. I'm going to feed the cats, refresh my drink, maybe get a short snack of my own. I will leave you with a bit of music, though. I'll be right back. We're back. I did see what you said, Kitty. I don't give a damn if they copyright strike me. So I will crank the music up a little bit. I'm just trying to find the right balance. Hey, welcome back. The music is just kind of quiet in general. Well, I mean, it's not like I'm getting ad revenue. I don't care. Copyright strike me. Shit. Let's see what these are. Hey, thank you. Oh, this was a mistake. I don't like this. Many are the tiny beings of the Great Green. Most of them have 6 legs and are clad in colored armor, hopping, fluttering, or marching to and fro, or alone or in harmonious swarms. Though crunchy and tongue-amusing, they are generally much too small to be of notice to a mighty kin. This song, however, you have come upon the golden village of a particularly well-ordered species of tiny being. Their bodies streaked in sun yellow and night black. You decide to call them honeybuzz for the sound their wings make and the strange, syrupy substance with which they fill their hexagonal homes. While most beings have small minds, like single sparks of yellow or green, or red when angry, and by and large, these are no exception. The settlement is a home to a more advanced being, one who carries the essence of all of the hive within itself, a honeybuzz archburglar. Hey, anytime, Kitty. Thank you for coming. I said the same to Jay, and I do mean it every time. Get that a little lower down. I do mean it every time. I appreciate the time. Like, there's nothing more precious than time. So the fact that you're willing to spend it here means the world to me. And that goes to all of you. Francisco, even Matthew, all of everyone here. I don't know if anyone's lurking. I don't have that information in front of me. But you guys too. Thank you. It calls out to you, and you are surprised at the complexity and elegance of its mind song. The Archbirther requests your help. A lesser lumberer has been attacking the honeybuzz's villages and devouring their honey, damaging the walls and killing many of their tiny hatchlings in the process. It claims to know the location of what it calls the useless flower, an object which it believes would be interest to the kid who seeks treasure. It promises to show you the useless flower if you can save its wax village from the lumberer. Ooh. You know, we got an extra life, hell with it. Let's see. Bring it down just a hair more. How's that? Is that better? There. Oh. This may have been a mistake. Stop. I know what that means. Go away, please. Thank you. Damn it. Yeah, we need to go away. He's injured, though. I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, that was it. Alright, let's... Yeah, we are... Oh, that's new. Let's see if we can get a owl, maybe? Yep. I really don't want to have to keep... I tell you what, if we do die again, um, I will... Yeah, I'll try and catch us up off stream. Oh, Francisco, are you saying that she needs to set up like a basically an automated turret at her desk? Yep. Do you have your own desk in the dark room, hon? All right, you guys are ready. It took me until I saw this. I think I know what a blaze tail is. Hey, look at this pretty boy. While ranging about the setward area of your territory, you find you have found a rare anomaly. The green here is merged. You can smell it clearly. Each plant, tree, tiny being, and even beast shares a scent. You've never known anything to be like this. Personal scent is usually quite personal. What's even more interesting is that the shared scent is highly reminiscent of a kin in some ways. Why would kin essence flow in such a diverse form of life? Why should one share so many tastes? One taste, one scent. Turning, you notice a blazetail, alert and yet not afraid, watching you from atop a nearby fallen tree. You do not sense its approach, which is very odd. How did... How did the blazetail approach so stealthily? How did the blazetail know what was in the Draak-kin's mind? Could it be that the kin has entered this sacred domain blindly without knowledge? Why would it do such a thing? Questions, questions. They fall like drops of water from the sky, innumerable and faded, writhing about in the before being joined by others of their kind. And this is my question to a wandering kin. What do you seek here in the Heartwood? Can I have a tuft of your fur? When at last you manage to locate it, writhing questions is understandably hesitant to let you remove the tuft of its perfect tail, but agrees, in question form of course, to give you what you seek if you can bring it a fine long ear to feast upon, then defeat it in a fair riddle challenge, while avoiding thinking of the color yellow and keeping your tail held to the left. Hunting a long ear is not so very difficult, you manage it eventually, but the riddle contest is harder. Keeping yourself from thinking of the color yellow is far, far more difficult than it sounds, but you manage it long enough to arrive at the riddle which will decide the contest. If you have me... Hey, I already know it. If you have me, you want to share me. If you share me, then you haven't got me. What am I? Yeah, I used to work where Matthew's working now. Yeah. It's simplistic. Remember, it's not actually a military base. They're contractors. They send their stuff to the military. No. Any other guess? Secrets. Your superiority is proven, and the Blazetail is defeated. It nibbles off a small tuft of white fur from its beautiful tail and leaves you. The scent of humiliation is very, very sweet upon your mind. Hey, Ollie. Yes and no. We've died a few times. And the answer was secrets, by the way. The Minutes received the tuft with joy. For some strange reason, they are actually glad you didn't destroy a Blazetail to get it, even though you were sure they have absolutely no connection with the Blazetail themselves. They show their gratitude by singing a mysterious song of appreciation, but when it's finished, you feel as though your mind is somehow expanded. The Mints assure you that construction on your great treasure will continue as planned, and you may return in a few suns to see the progress. Oh, hey, we got 4th grade. Holy crap. From what I saw, I think we actually have 5th. Nope. But with 4th grade, that means, other than the Earth trial, we're 4th all around, and we can get through easily. So one more try. Yeah, we are automatically going to pass everything but Earth. Yes! And since we passed Earth, we're good. We will meet the Spirit of the Green. You inform the Liminal that you have already brought it one of the fangs of the Spirit of the Great Green. For behold, as the trees are its feathers and the grass is its fur, the streams and the rivers are its essence, and the stones are its bones, the Draak-kin have been from the ancient days the very fangs of the Great Green. In the name of the great wheel which the Spirit represents, your people have slain and devoured and broken down and consumed, and protected, and have been fair and fearsome. As fangs destroy so that the body may receive nourishment, so you are the greatest of destroyers, and all of your victims have been returned to the Spirit, the source of life, through you. The Liminal bows its head and lowers its eyes, acknowledging your victory, and you move through the heart to the very core of the Great Green. Big tree. You have at last reached the old one, tree vessel of the Spirit of the Great Green. It was the very first of its kind, the very beginning of the green, and like the Spirit, it has died and been reborn within itself multiple times. That origin, that center, calls you, and you enter into it. Almost immediately you are filled with a strange heaviness, and your body drifts into a deep sleep. Look at this! No. I need to check Wallpaper Engine to see if this is there. In that place, on the shoals of the dreaming, you encounter the Spirit. It sings to you, writing sigils which burn with painful joy in your mind. Beloved hatchling, scion of the Draak-kin, fang of the Great Green, I grant you my blessing. May you walk in the shadow of destruction, and may you be the shadow. May you bask in the light of creation, and may you be the light. I name you my messenger. Whenever you exist, the power of life shall shine forth, and others shall fear and rejoice. Punish and reward, destroy and create, as your sacred instincts guide you. But see not only what is before you. See all as one, and let your power bring balance to the Great Green. Destroy that which has grown too great, and preserve that which threatens to pass away forever, for I delight in the songs of all my children. Already you have begun to realize the power of dreams, the gateway to all possibilities. All that exists in flesh was first conceived in the subtle realm. You have begun to open the dreaming door, by which all things are attainable, all possibilities realized. I grant you the friendship of the 4 pillars of the one song. May air, water, fire, and earth be with you always, and their truths. When you were in your chamber, I was there. When you emerged, I was there. And now, as you return, know that I am with you, even unto the uttermost end. You don't want it to end. Here, in this place, all of your doubts and fears have faded away and been replaced with a flowing, wordless wisdom. Slowly, however, you begin to feel yourself sliding back into your familiar body, in the world of hard and decaying things. Rainmeter... Do you know... Who is Rainmeter? Or is that a program? You yawn, stretching out your neck, legs and tail in succession. The sun is dying, and it's time for you to leave. As you return to your lair, you feel as something has changed within you, though. No matter what happens after this, you will carry with you this special kind of treasure. You were, for a time, in the presence of something greater than yourself, and that deep knowledge of what is will never fade away. Wherever you go, a part of you will always be sleeping underneath the great tree. Hey, we got another tarot card! Oh. I could look into that, actually. The High Priestess. That's something else I should look into. I'd be surprised if they never sold it. Yeah, I use Desktop Engine for that, but I can look into Rainmeter. Grade 4 of Earth. And that's it. It doesn't look like I'm close on anything else. This looks like Bowman's. I've been holding off going to visit it, because... Yup! Hey, Phil! You came right at the end, didn't you? So this is a thing. The ruins of life, torn open and hollowed. The Woodstriders, beloved children of the green, flayed, tortured, disemboweled, while still living. Destruction must have been a blessing when it finally came. What would do this? You'll never forget the smell of this place, and the thing which has built this lair monument to pain and fear. It is one body, but yet more than one essence. The scent and spirit traces of the tailless and something like a great slide claw are both strong here, but all of them are agony and refuse to leave, bound like a bleeding wound upon what is. You've never witnessed it before, and we're not even sure it existed, but there's only one sigil which describes what you have found here. Evil. This thing should not exist. You can feel Great Earth's terror and deep outrage at its presence. It batters your soul and you realize that you're trembling. You want to flee. Flee far away and never return to this place. Will you? No. In what may be the bravest moment of your life thus far, you stand your ground. You attempt to send out a greeting, but it gets caught inside of you. Still, the nameless thing hears you, or perhaps smells you, and slowly turns to face you. Welcome to the home of rebirth, honored Draak-kin. We are the last who will be the first, the remnant which makes all things new. We apologize, but we cannot give up any of the bodies of our beautiful shining prey. They are needed. Still, if it amuses you, we shall sing with you. We are starving for conversation. What will you do? You do not want to do this. You do not want to be here. It hurts. We are the essence of the Blade Fang people. Our returnings beyond memory, our great and proud people hunted and roamed the land beyond the Great Blue. We were warriors without peer, who bathed in the essence of our prey and our enemies. Destruction was our favorite amusement. We painted the land with the inner colors of many good beasts. Sorry. Obviously doing that voice kind of kills my throat. Our fangs were like trees, piercing even the hides of the great long noses, whose heavy feet sundered Earth's flesh with every step. We feared... Jeez, I just heard that screaming. We feared none. It is said that the first of our people was so mighty it competed with only the Draak-kin. It even slew a kin who dared challenge it. though the kin was strong and tore the first muzzle off before it was silenced. Now toothless, the first ripped out two of the Draak's mighty claws and shoved them into its bleeding face, where they took root and became the great fangs for which we were known. You do not... That's all. Its song is like claws pulling you apart. We are in the process of rebirth. The great beasts we hunted grew few as the land shed its icy skin through many turnings. Sun taunted us from the too warm sky, and we became broken, desolate, unmany. At last the tailless, foul seed of the others arose, destroying our long-nosed prey, herding the last few of us wormwards. In the end, all of the Blade Fang people were destroyed. There were no birthers, no givers, no siblings, no trace of the music of our glorious and violent way. The last of us were destroyed by the No-Tails, and the final silence descended upon us. We were called back to the source, to cold infinity. The thing grips its stained false fangs tightly and grinds its teeth. But we will not follow! The song of the Blade Fang people shall not perish from Earth! When the last was destroyed, the essence of all of our people clung to the tailless warrior who silenced us, filled this twisted flesh layer with all of our hatred, our disobedience, our refusal to fade away. We forced this body to seek out the spirit wood, the heart of the Great Green, where the hard laws are weak and the hidden things are strong. Even the Great Blue we have defeated, crossing over it by Coldward's ice paths. The tailless essence remains within us, but we have the mastery now. We shall turn this body, twist it into one of us, a Blade Fang, and our people will rise again. You do not want to know this. Please do not ask it. But how can one body, one essence become another? How will the thing resurrect those that are entirely gone? All things are possible for those with the will to defy the great powers. We have rejected Earth and Sun, and cursed them for allowing this to befall our great people. We are filled with inspiration to mar and break what has come before. We have learned to find amusement in suffering, joy in the confusion of our prey as we slowly peel them apart, without and within. We will merge and fill this vessel, and be reborn. We've had some success by replacing the skin of this tailless abomination with that of our relation. We began the process of remaking it into us. Still, its body and essence resist us. We have done many dark dances, many screaming songs to break the laws of reality and complete our rebirth. One hope alone remains, the purest essence. That of the Woodstriders can complete our holy change. Suddenly enraged, the thing shatters a nearby Woodstrider skull with its paw fang. They defy us! We cannot hold their essence. First the givers, then the birthers, then the young. We have stripped them all of flesh, but their true essence slips through us, turns to dry crust in our paws, on the ground. They beg us with desperate eyes to stop. That which we with is impossible, but we ignore their pleas, their lies. The thing shows all of its teeth. It's supposed to be a gesture of joy, which just makes it all the more awful. But do not fear, noble kin. We will be reborn, with time and much essence. So very much essence. So very, very much. You can no longer bear it. The earth under your feet seems to be wailing. This is worse than the tailless. A violation of a truer law than even destruction and creation. Both of those great and noble forces are being tortured and mocked. Yeah. You could simply destroy this abomination, but it is no longer a tailless nor a Blade Fang, and you have no idea if you're powerful enough to defeat it. You've heard, however, there are special defenses against beings such as this, whom reality itself hates. You may know where to begin, but it will take many suns. But this must end. Simply by existing, this thing is staining the land. Earth must be healed. You are her mighty offspring, and you know this in the depths of your being. We need to learn how to banish it. You retreat from that place and make your way to the heart of the green, where the spirit dwells. Letting your body sleep but your mind soar, you beg the spirit for a sign. How can the thing be separated and undone? It takes 3 suns, but at last your preparations are complete. You have searched for several things which may help, have meditated in the deep green, and danced under the stars to prepare yourself for this ordeal. Now you must return to the cursed lair. The thing is still there, trying vainly to extract the noble essence of the Woodstriders from their tormented bodies. You use a sacred substance which flows from the earth itself, called salt, to put up a barrier, protecting yourself from the toxic spirit. Imbibing certain things, you open up your essential eye, which sees what is hidden, and cross over to the shadow of the world, the hidden land. You can now... Jesus. I do love, though... Actually, though... You can now smell and touch the very essence of the Blade Fang people. All that they are or have ever been is exposed, naked before you. Take all of it within your cell. It is the opposite of breathing fire. You blow out all of the still spaces of your spirit in one long exhalation. And it is. But the concept of the Sabertooths are so pissed off and are just holding on. It's just... You can't even hate it. It's so twisted, though. Bobbing your head, you suck in the air of this place, the essence, everything, taking it all into your cell. As the thing realizes you are pulling the Blade Fang spirits away from its unwilling host, it thrashes, lashing out with you with its spirit talons. It continues fighting even as it enters you, and you feel yourself being carved, your body breaking down. The pain is beyond song, and destruction offers to take you, but you will cling to life, to hope, to the sight of another sun. When the last tendril of the Blade Fang spirit loses its grip on its tailless host, it falls into your deep and wide essence, flails about piteously, and begs for your help. They do not want to perish, do not want to be gone from the one song forever, to have no descendants to continue their music, but you're firm, and give them nothing else to which they may ever hold. As the last of them fares away, they curse the earth, then sun, then finally you, and then all is silent. You collapse. Your body is almost destroyed, leaking red essence from many places, and the final curse has become a dis-ease within you, but the rhythm of life is still yours. The strain of the final battle was too much for the no-tail vessel. It now lies silent. Well, yeah, hun. The Blade Fangs. The Sabertooth. Terrible prices have been paid, but you are victorious. The unclean ones are gone. Where there was a thing, a tailless giver lies here, unconscious. Its body and its essence are its own once more. This motherfucker's been through enough. When it awakens, the no-tail leaves. Even as bizarre and other as the tailless are, you hope that this one has no memory of what happened here, of what happened inside it. Truly, no being should suffer so. This entire affair was a tragedy, but at least you've ended it. Perhaps the no-tail will survive and rejoin its kind, or perhaps it'll be destroyed by the Great Green. Either way, you have rescued it from a terrible fate and set it back on the Great Circle where it and everything belongs. At it, it's over. At long last, it's over. You leave that lifeless hollow, never to return. The Blade Fang people are now gone. Yeah. What you did was right, was good. You bathe your whole body in a pure spring of water to purge yourself of the horrible pollution. It's quite some time before you feel clean again inside. You may never understand what happened in that place, but there are some things that are better left unknown. I actually want to see how much time we have left. Oh, we still have a pretty good amount of time. I forgot this shot. Hold on. The stain has been removed, but you still dream of fire feasting on the green, of hunting grounds burned away and a land left desolate. One night, as you're exploring the wormwood boundary of the spirit wood, you sense it. You cannot see, hear, or smell it, but you know it is there. You're in the presence of the spirit of the Woodstrider people. It's small, and it's weak, in the shadow of far greater beings, and yet it is altogether beautiful. It gently holds the future of the great green within its mouth. Without it, the fire will come, and destruction will be great. It sings to you, with a song beyond both words and sigils. What it sings must not be blasphemed by attempting to reproduce it, for it is of such tenderness that it would shatter if forced to stand in any one place very long. But it is waiting. It must be called by its true nature, its true title, its one true name. Sovereign. Surely that was an error. You don't truly mean to debase yourself between a mere fur beast, do you? I do. There is no kin upon the great and giving body of the earth who would openly admit that a fur beast, even a whole tribe of them, is superior. That cannot be true. Submitting in such a way to even another Draak, no matter how strong, would be such a stain upon one's honor and reputation for the rest of one's days. None would do the dance of creation with such a weak kin. Are you truly willing to be called servile and debased and other terrible names merely to save some unvoiced trees and lesser beasts from fire? Beings who would perish from time's predation, if not to honorable fire. I will do what others will not. The spirit of dignity whispers in your ear. In the chamber, which was made of love, before you emerged into this world, you were taught that kin are the greatest of the children of sun and earth. Would you insult your own creator by throwing this truth away? These beasts, these woodstriders, are but flesh to feast upon for the clan singers, who openly acknowledge the kin as mightier. They are leaf pickers and grass chewers. There is an order to the one song, and your place in it is high. Much of your authority rests upon the fact that the kin do not suffer equals, let alone superiors among beasts. Do not betray your honorable ancestors. Excuse me. If you admit inferiority, you and all Draak shall be shamed of it forever. You are far too important for this. Sometimes the best thing to do is to simply leave. Leave this place now before you do something very, very wrong. You are not dignity, you sing to the voice. You are but hollow arrogance. And with that simple naming of its true self, the voice is defeated and vanishes from your mind. Now it is time for you to summon the gentle woodstriders, who give of their flesh and their safety and their lives so that the green may truly be great, by acknowledging what they are. Belly scales dragging in the dead leaves, dirt, and bits of tree skin, you crawl forward slowly, head lowered. When you are directly in front of the envoy, you slowly turn over, exposing the vulnerable underside of your throat. It is the ultimate gesture of submission, placing your entire life in the care of another. The envoy silently walks towards you, and then through you, and past you, into your domain. The light and the great vision fade away, but you are left with the knowledge that its people will follow it. Soon the spirit wood will become a throne to those who have never tried to be first, and so have become the true bearers of the crown. Leaf by leaf, plant by plant, they will reduce that which has grown too great, and the future you saw in your dream will never come to pass. You have defeated stern fate. Some Draak may sing about how you dared to suggest that kin were not the ultimate force of life on the earth, and your reputation may suffer. But you have had the wisdom to see why the Great Green itself has given the Woodstriders the crown. They have lost themselves in humble service and found a great treasure indeed. They are the mate of the Green itself, caring silently for it forever. Exceedingly great are they, truly great among beasts. And because of your willingness to do the unthinkable, to see the sovereign hidden within the servant, your land will grow strong. Many will live because of your sacrifice. It is. Everything about this game is just gorgeous. The Empress. One who would be first must be the very last and servant of all. God, that's such a good setting. Honestly, I need to check if they ever release these tarot cards as like actual physical cards. I would buy them. I'd buy a deck of tarot cards from them. Hey! Sun rises and falls, and once again you return to the Minisks. Their unliving creation for you has begun to take shape. It is a geometric curiosity, with triangles joined together in a difficult harmony, and once again they dare to request a favor from you. It takes quite a bit of time for you to fully grasp what they're asking for, They need the green-orange kind of shinestone called copper. There are tiny amounts of it in the shiny things you might find all over the land. They need twice the amount of shiny things as you have claws. Both for their own purposes and to finish your gift. It's been so long since I've actually decided to learn tarot. Yeah, there's a lot. How's our hunger going? Yeah, we could eat. Let's see what we can do about hunting some deer. Or goat. And, okay, we have plenty of time to actually study it. I'll do 3 and then we'll attack, because we do need the food, and we're still a little banged up, so we can't exactly take the time. The only reason I know anything about tarot is because of Persona. Why do I feel like I know that name? Breaking Dawn. Oh shit, I forgot to check the wind. Neutral. Yeah, that's what I thought. I hate to do it, but... I'm pretty sure we can at least hunt a bird. We might not catch it, but it's not going to kill us. How's the wind? Not in our favor, so let's not screw around. How much Persona do you know, Ollie? I'm gonna rest up. Let's see. And second thought, let's just sleep. Hey, we're better. Alright. Let's go square up with the wolf. long as it doesn't do water, it should be good. And one and two, yeah, they're a little more rarely talked about because they were SNES. No, PS1. 3. I have feelings about 3's remake, but I do love 3. My biggest problem with 3 is the remake of 3 is that they had the opportunity to include the female MC and just chose not to. I understand why, because she's not technically canon, but still kind of sucks. 3, 4, and 5 have this weird kind of dynamic with a lot of them, where 3 is the best supernatural threat, 4 is the best human threat, and 5 is the best mix. It doesn't reach the height of 3 or 4, but it doesn't reach their lows either. I need to beat 4. I never actually finished it, but it was spoiled for me. Anywho, we're not going to kill this wolf. It's protecting its treasure. It's doing its job. Go on. Go. Shoot. Entering the lair, you are dismayed to find no shiny things or rare objects. Instead, you see several hatchlings of the Clansinger people. They're redolent with fear, but one of them bravely stands and approaches you. I am Shining Eyes, Lastborn, of the future of the Claws and Spirit Clan. Have you come to destroy us, great Draak? Their aroma of their delicious, tender, milk-fed flesh calls to you. Altogether, they'd be a very fine meal indeed, and they're defenseless. Their small fangs and claws not even capable of piercing your armor. No. You explain to the younglings you've come here in search of treasure, not food. Shining Eyes replies, We are the greatest treasure of the Claws and the Spirit Clan. We are the immortality of our people. From our birther creator's body we draw sacred milk, and from our giver creator's mouth we receive warm flesh. We flow from them like a river, bringing their songs into the future. There can be no greater treasure, so they sing. No, we'll leave them be. Silently you withdraw. Yes. Which one is that, Kitty? Don't think did he even play 5? 3 was the one I know he quit. Finally, you withdraw from the lair of the Clansingers and hasten into the green, leaving before the clan arrives. When they do, they are relieved and joyous to find their precious treasure. Refantasio. Yep. Still alive and whole. You hear them raise a song of thanksgiving for their good fortune, their song echoing and twinkling joyfully among the trees. Our future lives. Love's labor is not lost. There is a reason I'm kind of wrapping up with the wolves, because there's one thing I know that comes of it. And it should happen now. No, I forgot about you. You hear a sudden challenge travel through the afternoon air. Behold, the flower of earth has come. Our magnanimous patron challenges the holder of those lands. Stand before the one who rises and prepare for vagrancy. You're certainly being summoned to defend your territory, but there's something very strange. That voice is not that of a Draak. Greetings, a Draak! You stand before the fabulous, marvelous, transcendent, magnificent, rising flower of earth opening into a beautiful maturity. You decide to call it bloom. I speak with the voice of our enlightened master. Earth has revealed that our patron's advanced mind, that this land, the Spiritwood, is destined to be our home. Soon the green shall be transformed into a bastion of our prophet and liege, and all who wisely worship this pure and perfect... Ooh, that is a new word. Mystagogue? I might go a little late, but I need to actually... A mystagogue, a teacher or propounder of mythical doctrines. Huh. If you are so cursed and miserably foolish as to stand in the way of the perfection given flesh, state your terms of defense, but beware. Would you make a challenge of battle? All these warriors you see are one with the master, and all will fight you together. Against such unity you have no hope. A challenge of the mind? All of us are one in thought. What riddle would you pose that one of the many will not know? You're already defeated. Depart with grace, and let not violence mar the wedding of this land to its rightful overlord. How do you respond to this? Ah, so close. The herald boasts that Bloom is immune to a contest of wit was apparently not idle. Bloom is an exceptionally intelligent kin and defeats your riddles one after the other. Moreover, Bloom is able to confer with its subjects, allowing it to answer the few riddles it cannot decipher itself, while you are pelted with a counterattack of fiendish questions. It seems as though you'll have to find another way. Being fairly common that Earth has not appointed this or any one kin to speak with her, you question the assertion that Bloom is her prophet. The herald replies, "Behold, another prophecy fulfilled! In our prescient Lord's beneficence, we were not told that this very sun, that the Draak of the lands would malign our master's status and question our faith. Great opening flower now rising feeds us, protects us, makes us new paths. Flow how like earth the great birther it is. Some of us were slaves to the tailless, but exalted one took us in. Some were outcasts from their tribes, doomed to destruction, but we found a light by which to see a fragrant breeze to scent. How could any have not sent a great power have done such a thing? Verily, our patron is all-knowing, all-hearing, all-scenting, incapable of error." I don't have enough earth. And sadly, the wolves didn't come fast enough. So we gotta fight. Having to battle several beasts is not a welcome departure from tradition, but there's no law against it. Bloom has somehow nurtured such loyalty in its disciples, they're willing to fight even a Draak. Only by defeating Bloom's vanguard of tusk and horn can you advance to the true fight. This is not gonna go well. I don't remember goats. Yeah, this is gonna be it for tonight. I can already tell. Yep. Dead to a goat. And time. If I had gotten to the wolves sooner. Well, good enough time as any. I'll probably do a bit of a run on my own outside of this and get a few more treasures, level up a little bit off screen. Not much, but... Okay, look, he's still a little dragon. All right, he can be forgiven. He's barely taller than the goat. He can be forgiven. I'll wrap it up though. And Ollie, green dragons are huge assholes. You play D&D? Tiamat worshipping pricks. But yeah, that'll do it for tonight. He is. Purunga's worse. I don't care what anybody says. That'll be it for tonight, though. Thank you all so very much for joining me. I really do appreciate every time. Really, Ollie? No, it's all chromatics. Chromatics are just pricks. And I've seen some Tiamats that are pretty cool too, Kitty. But yeah. I don't really have an outro, so I can't say I'm trying to do one. But yeah, sincerely, thank you all. Francisco, Kitty, Ollie, Maffey, Jay's probably asleep. Anyone else, Phil, thank you all for showing up, even if it's just for a minute, even if you're lurking. I appreciate the time you give me. And that means more to me than anything ever could. And I'll leave it off with just a reminder. Hatchlings, kids, don't do poison ivy. Alright. Thank you all for coming. I'll play you out with a bit more. You know what? Actually, I'll just let you. I'll let this play you out because this is a pretty music. But let's find the better. There we go. This'll do. I'll let this play you out for a little bit. And Kitty, I would honestly recommend starting with 4. 5 is such a step up. 3 or 4. 5 is such a step up from both of them in terms of gameplay, but 4's story needs to be seen. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.